Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our Zero Fox Given Mondays. I am Tina.
I'm Darlene or Bubbles.
I am Zai.
And
Magandang gabi.
magandang gabi. Good evening to everybody who is watching us. And please do like and share this Facebook live for everybody to see. So, yeah. Welcome to our Fox anniversary month. Yay! How does it get any better than this? So happy anniversary, guys.
Yay! Happy anniversary. Happy Fox anniversary.
Yes, and tonight we have a very special topic. We're going to talk about relationships.
Really?
Yeah, like really? So without further ado, Darlene will introduce our special guest tonight.
Yeah, so our special guest for this evening's Zero Fox Given Monday is a certified Access Consciousness Facilitator. I recently finished a Being You class with him as a facilitator, and I can't really label what possibilities it has actually opened up in my world. So help me energetically welcome our guest, Mr. Ryan T. Hi, Ryan, and Gongshi Pachay.
Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you
Hello.
all? I hope the class that you just finished with me, it was a good one.
Yes, I really loved it. Yeah.
So good evening, everyone. How did you say, like, just now I think I heard you all said good evening in your language, right? How did you say it?
Magandang gabi.
Madagam,
Magandang gabi.
madangan kabe. I hope
Yeah.
that was good. Okay, so hi, everyone. Good evening. So tonight we are going to talk about relationships. So actually, I don't have any agenda about what would I want to talk about, but so feel free to ask me anything. So other than just being the Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, I'm also a certified facilitator for a specialty class called Relationships Done Different. So why do we have this thing called Relationship Done Different? It's because relationship, according to this world, according to this reality, according to how everyone else is doing it, it's horrible. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
So that's why we do it like differently, okay? So that it could become, so that a relationship could be something that actually contribute to your life, so that it expand your life, so that you have a relationship not just because you have one, but it contributes to your life. Having one is better than none. In that case, please have one. If having a relationship makes your life horrible, please, why are you there? So that's always my point of view. And I think a lot of people don't like me for saying that out loud, because sometimes people are like, no, don't tell people that. That's too horrible. That's too scary, right? Because, I mean, look at this for a moment. How many people that you personally know, like three of you personally, how many people that you know have the courage to look at what's not working for them in their relationship, not lying to themselves, and actually have the courage to do whatever that works, including walk away from the relationship? Do you see people like this?
Only 1%.
Oh, at least one. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and Zai, I can see that you raised your hand just now. What was that? Did you want to say something or?
Yes. It's okay to walk out of a relationship for me if it's not working or not contributing at all.
Yeah,
Or outcreating.
it's definitely okay to walk away from a relationship. I mean, well, depends on how you do it. But so many people, they, even though they start to notice that they are not happy in a relationship, they will go into a lot of fantasy, a lot of hope. Like, hopefully, if I stay in this relationship long enough, eventually it will work. How would that work? You know, I just learned a new metaphor, okay, about doing something that didn't work for you and then hoping that it will work. So let's say now you go out and have dinner, okay? So you order your food. When it comes to the food is delivered to you, served in front of you, you know, if you eat it and you don't like it, normally what would people do? They would still have to finish the food, right? Why? If you order something and you don't like it, you're like, oh, yucky. Okay, then maybe order something else, put it aside. But most people will be like, okay, that was horrible. The first bite was horrible. I will keep eating. Hopefully there will be at least one bite that is good. And then eventually you finish the whole plate and then it was still not good. It was still horrible. And then you're like, ugh. So this is what people do, not just with food. Food is just one small example, but people do this in every area of their lives, okay? And of course, a lot in relationship. So relationship is something that I would say one of the most insane areas on planet Earth, one of the most insane things. I don't even feel good to say it this way because this is like something that everyone should do. Well, okay, of course, let me clarify. No one should do a relationship. No, there's never a should. It's always a choice. But unfortunately, no one treat it as a choice. People treat it as a necessity. Okay, and then we can see that so many people, they rather have a bad relationship than being alone. Okay, so this is like, I rather finish my yucky food rather than going hungry. But of course you won't be going hungry because you can just order another plate of food, right? So insane topic, but I'm ready to destroy all the fantasies that people have. Well, not all, that won't be possible. I will do my best because there are too many insanity. So do you have any questions for me after that strange, unusual introduction? Or any listener, any watcher, do you have any questions? Be prepared. If you want to ask me a question, be prepared. I will give you some unexpected answer.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Yes, this is something trivial. So, what about twin flames?
Twin flame. Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh my God, what's that laughter all about?
Okay. Well, first of all, you tell me what it is for you. You tell me first what it is for you. I'm always curious about people's point of view about things like twin flame, soulmate, the Mr. Right or Mr.'s Right, the chosen one. Ooh. Tell me, what is it about? What's your point of view about the twin flame and soulmate? How do you know someone is your soulmate? That would be my
Well, the
question for you.
question. Yes, that was a question of our friend as well. How would she know if that someone that I think she's meeting or she's dating is her twin flame? So
Okay.
the question isn't from me.
Okay.
So yes.
um, let me see. How can I destroy your fantasy here? No. See, twin flame or soulmates, all these things, they are just a concept. It's a metaphysical concept. Okay. But you see, if you believe someone is your soulmate or twin flame, it feels really significant. It's like, oh my God, I found my soulmate, the one, the only one that I should be with for the rest of my life, even though he is horrible. Okay, I added that last part. Okay. So the problem is, if you have decided someone is the twin flame or soulmate or the right one, it takes away your choices. Okay, if you are not happy, you cannot go away because you'll be like, but I'm not happy, but that person is my soulmate. Like, then you feel that conflict. Okay, so what if, okay, just consider this for a moment. What if there is no such thing as twin flame or soulmate? Everything is choice. Okay, but you see, people might not like it because it takes away the significance, and then people feel like I lose that sense of romance. Okay, so, but you see, in Access, we try to empower as many people as possible so that people have choice. You don't need to be limited by a strange idea, a strange concept that you have no idea who started it, like from how many years ago, how many million years ago, someone creatively came up with this idea of a soulmate and twin flame, and then passed down lifetime after lifetime, generation after generation, and then eventually so many people got stuck with this. Or maybe let me see how else can I play with this. What if you can have a lot of twin flame, a lot of soulmate? I can hear a lot of you like, no.
I like that better. Tina and Darlene and I.
Yeah, we like that. Before, I think I can relate with the question though. Before it was like that, like being stuck with one, like there's only one in this world for everyone.
Okay, even though you say there's a quote unquote right one, what if you can have a different time in your life, you can have a different partner, and then a lot of people are like, no, never. He is mine. He shouldn't have other choices. Okay, that's how most people function. Okay, so see, people when they come to a relationship, they try to do owning. It's like, you are mine. Okay, listen to what I say. Okay, even though you're not happy with me, I'm not happy with you. You are mine. Okay, so people do that. Maybe this is something that we can start changing tonight, shall we? So we can use the very strange and weird, but it works, the clearing statement from Access Consciousness, right and wrong, good and bad, power and power, all nature's boys and millions, to start changing things like this. Okay, so let me I will do that later. So just now back to what I was saying. You see, sometimes you could have a partner that you enjoy a lot. Okay, let me add one more thing here. Okay, in my mind I have tons of things here. What if you no longer call your partner as significant other? Okay, call your partner enjoyable other. Okay, does that sound more fun? Okay, because when you say significant other, that would be where you start to try to own that person, try to control that person so that everything is significant. But where's the fun in it? Okay, a relationship, at least it should be fun. So from now on, okay, start to change your definition. No more significant other, but enjoyable other. Imagine every morning when you wake up, you see the person lying beside you, like, oh, my enjoyable other. That would be a lot more fun. So everything that doesn't allow that, everywhere that you are, need to have a significant other instead of enjoyable other. Will you please display and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So if that person is a significant other, you cannot lose that person cannot lose you. If that person is an enjoyable other, when it is not enjoyable anymore, for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't need to be because of something is wrong. Okay, sometimes it's just like, okay, we have been having fun for the last 10 years, but it feels like if we are not together anymore, it creates more for both of us. Then in that case, that's the end of the relationship. So, and there's nothing wrong, okay? You recognize when a relationship has come to an end, and then end it, and then you have another possibility. But of course, this is so not acceptable in our culture, okay? If you don't believe me, go and ask your parents. They'll be like, no, don't do that. Okay, because they have never been empowered to have choice when it comes to relationship or marriage or family. Okay, so they have never been empowered. And then when the way they raise you, they educate you would be probably the same. whatever that they couldn't do, and then they just pass it down to you, and then you buy into the same set of beliefs, like what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is it that my parents will like it or will not like it. So how many of you, well, you are in a relationship that you don't like, just to please your parents, just to please your family, just to please your family, and also for you to fit into your family. Okay, everything that is times a gazillion. We will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine shots, voice and beyonds. Do you need me to explain more of that? You know, sometimes if you, okay, when I say fit in, I don't mean just like doing the same thing. Oh, they all have a partner, they are all married, so I should get married as well. It's not just that, but it includes a lot of things: how you behave, how you do things, how you think, the choices that you should make. Okay, so that you can prove I'm part of this family. We are equally stupid. No, I shouldn't say that out loud. Okay. So, how many things you are doing that are not contributing to you, but you keep doing it just so that you can prove you are part of your family? Everything that is times a gazillion. We're now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, I don't think anyone would appreciate me for saying that out loud. But I'm going to do it anyway. So, so that's why I say when it comes to relationship, there's so many insane things, and of course we have seen that a lot. I'm not sure about you, but for me, I have so many friends that I know they had been happier when they were single, and and then but they keep having this like but I shouldn't stay single forever, so I better find someone, and then they just go into a relationship, and then see everything that we have learned in this reality. I mean, if you go to a class, okay, people will tell you, okay, from unhappiness to happiness, but those people, they go from happiness to unhappiness so that they can be right, so that they can, well, let's say in Chinese New Year, during Chinese New Year, we as a Chinese, we always go back to family reunion. Okay, for all those previous years, every year during the Chinese New Year reunion time, all those, I don't even know what to call them, those relatives, they'll be asking like, why are you still alone? How old are you now? Thank God this year I don't have to see any of them, because Malaysia is in lockdown, kind of like a lockdown, okay? So we are supposedly not allowed to travel. So thank God. For once, okay, I'm happy. See, look, imagine this. Those people that they ask you like, okay, is it time for you to get married? Like, you are old enough, you better get married. Those people that ask you this question, do you think they are happy in their marriage?
No.
Most probably not. Okay, because those people that are really happy in their life, in their marriage, usually they are not that much try to like influence you this way. They are not trying to impose their points of view on you, like what you should do. They just have their own good life. But usually it's those people that it's like they fell into that trap. Now they need someone, they need you to come down and fall into the same trap. so they will be trying to get you to do the same mistake. So this is a crazy world. And you see, what if you don't have to do relationship for anyone except for yourself? Okay, when I say for yourself, meaning you will be using your own awareness, looking at, okay, do I really want to have a relationship? That's a very important question, everyone. Okay, it's very simple, but it's very important. Try it right now. Like, do you want to have a relationship? It's a yes, it's a no, it's not. Okay. So, so if it is a no, don't force it. Okay. Then if you finally want to have a relationship, okay, then choose wisely, I would say. Choose wisely, meaning find someone that not just because of that person matches your standard. You know what does it mean? Standard is like, oh, if I want to have a girlfriend, how she should look like. If I want to have a boyfriend, how he should look like. Okay, like what kind of car he should be driving. Is he rich? Blah blah blah. So we always have a lot of these standards. Okay, but what if those standards are not as important as are you two able to create a workable relationship? Okay, now if you that might be too much for some of you. Let me give you a simple question that will help. A simple question would be, can I live with this person? It's not about I like you, you love me, I love you. It's not about that. There are so many people that you like, you love, but you know there's no way you can share a life with. Okay, one day is too much. You want to kill them. Okay, so find someone that you can create your life with. Sometimes a person that you see that person every day and you're happy. Okay, so I think that would be that two questions should help a lot of you. Okay, do I really want to have a relationship, and can I live with this person? Okay, so well, how did I get here? What was the question that you asked me just now?
And that Zai asked the soulmates
Oh
part.
yeah, right.
But there's a question here though about, can you walk out away from your family relationship?
Okay. Um, okay, let me do a clearing about the soulmate thing first. Okay, so everywhere that um, having a right relationship is more important than having a happy relationship. So happy is something that you create. Right or not is according to a set of beliefs, a standard, and usually given by someone else. Okay, so everywhere that having a right relationship is more valuable than having a happy relationship that contributes to both of you, okay, not just one, but both sides, will you please destroy and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you are looking for the right one, the perfect one, the the twin flame, the soulmate, and you feel like you are incomplete without that person. Okay, you cannot be happy without that person. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, let me ask you a question. If you go into a relationship with another person and that person is a happy person, okay, meaning that person, with or without you, that person is happy. Now you are with someone that's happy. How will you feel? And compare that with if you go into a relationship with another person that person has this expectation from you. I cannot be happy on my own because I'm incomplete. I need to have you so that I can be happy. Ugh, oh my God. See, but this is what people do. Okay, people have so much expectation toward their partner. Like, okay, only if I'm in a relationship I can be happy. That's a big mistake. So, in order to have a happy, workable, contributing relationship, you need to have a good one with yourself first. So, with or without having a relationship, you are happy. And then on top of that, if you have a relationship, then it adds to your life to create more for you. Instead of like treating someone like a missing pieces that you have been looking for. Okay, that wouldn't be nice. Okay, so this is so everything that brings out everywhere that this is what we all have been doing, and this is what everyone have learned from our culture, from our family, because you see this is what your parents do, and this is what you have learned from movies, love stories. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, or 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. Now, okay, I'm done with that topic. Now, let me talk about family. The answer is yes. It may not be easy. Usually, it won't be easy at all, but you always have that choice. And this is something that I think I need to make it very clear. It's not that I'm suggesting you to walk away from your family or to cut off any sort of connection or communication with them. Okay, you don't have to do that. It's always a choice. So everything that doesn't allow you to have this choice, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what does it mean having this as a choice? If you have this choice, well, let me talk about it. If you don't have this choice, if you happen to have family that treat you badly, okay, sometimes, you know, family, they will use you, they will lie to you, they will even abuse you sometimes, okay. If you have the choice to walk away, you have the freedom, like, okay, I'm not letting you to do this to me, even though, yes, we are family, but that's it. I care about myself way too much for you to abuse me or use me this way. So you have the choice. But if you don't have the choice to walk away, because no one has ever taught you that you can just walk away from them, you will be like suppressing all your anger, unhappiness, upset, and then you'll be judging yourself a lot. You'll be judging them and you'll be judging yourself a lot as well. Okay, you judge them because whatever that they have been doing to you, and you judge you. And a lot of time, people that having anger issue is not just you are angry at someone else. Very often, people are angry at themselves. It's like, why am I letting them to do this to me? Okay, so how many of you, well, wow, in relationship, in family, how many suppressed angers do you have? And how many angers toward yourself do you have? Just because you won't make the choice that gives you more freedom that you really would like to have. But it doesn't look right. Okay, so everything that is times a gazillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So for example, I don't stay with my family, and in fact, I don't like staying with them at all, but I still visit them. You have to find out what works for you. Sometimes if I go and let's say stay with them a few days, I would say that's fine. More than a few days, that's too much. Okay, now, does it mean that I'm bad or does it mean that they are wrong? No, it just means that, okay, that's what I can tolerate. Let's put it this way. Okay, that's what I can tolerate. Okay, so you can have family members that you care a lot about, or you even like them, but you don't have to stay with them. And if they are not that nice to you, you can like move away, and you don't have to see them that often. Okay, so it's about having choice in relationship, in marriage, and in family. So how many cultural beliefs and cultural programming do you have to make you not supposed to have choices in relationship, in family, or in marriage? Everything that is times a gazillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. Oh my god, this is a heavy one. Let me run it again. So how many cultural beliefs and cultural programming do you have to make you, what did I say? To make you not having choices, to make you, let me change that a little bit. To make you supposedly correctly not having choices in relationship, family, marriage, and family. Everything that is times a gazillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. See, if you just walk away, if you have the choice to walk away, people will judge you. People will be like, no, you are not supposed to do that. They are your family. So this is a cultural programming. They will tell you what's right, what's wrong. No one care about your happiness. Truly, I mean, this is something not easy for people to acknowledge, because we bought into the idea that friends, they care about us, family, they care about us, they support us. But do you really see it that way? Okay, no, you have families that they try to control you. Not really families that support you to be you. If you have a family that support you to be you, congratulations, you are very, very lucky. Okay, so see, if you have choice to change whatever that's not working for you, it will be judged as incorrect, as bad. But if you lose all your choices, you'll be like, I'm unhappy, but I tolerate them because they are my family. Then you are being judged as correct. You are being judged as good according to the cultural values. So how many cultural beliefs, cultural values, and cultural programmings do you have to make you supposedly correctly not having choices and not even having your voice in relationship, marriage, or family? You know what does it mean not having your voice? You can't even say it. If you say it, you're like, why are you complaining so much? You are wrong. So you just like keep yourself silent. Okay, everything there is times a gazillion. We will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Are you all still awake with that clearing?
Yeah.
It's definitely heavy. So let me run it again, and then I will see if you have any other questions. So how many cultural beliefs, cultural values, cultural programmings do you have to make you supposedly correctly not having choices and not having your voice in a relationship, in a marriage, or in your family? Everything that is times a gazillion. We will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And if when I run that clearing, it trigger a lot of your whatever emotion or resistance, you even feel like I just want to turn this off, I want to run away, or you feel like throwing out or whatever, please run this a lot more. Okay, those sensation or whatever thoughts, feeling, emotions that you have is because of that clearing. It was designed to match your energy to clear that part, that pattern, that deeply rooted pattern in us. Okay, so if you run it enough, when you finally have no more reaction to it, that's where you finally have choice, okay, and have your voice. All right, so any other question? Are you all good?
Yeah. So I think thank you for that clearing. That was, yeah, I think we'll have that on loop because there's a lot of cultural beliefs, especially in our country. And I'm sure because we're an Asian country.
Yeah, Asian country.
Yeah.
Suppressing yourself, and that's correct.
Yeah.
Expressing yourself, not correct.
Yeah. So that was very beautiful. And we have a question here about uh, how is it when people have social expectations on you?
Where else can you find people not having expectation on you? People will definitely have expectation on you. I mean, uh, some have very little expectations, some have a lot of expectations. You know, some people, it's not even that they are bad people, okay? Please don't twist it that way. Some people, let's say, they come from a family that they have been so disempowered. They never value themselves. They always in a state of, I need someone to value me, I need someone to see me, blah 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 blah. So if you have a friend like this, whether it's a friend or is it a lover, that person will have a lot of expectation about what you should fulfill, what you should do for them. Okay, so uh, that's why I said, I would say everyone have expectation on you. But do you really need to fulfill those expectations? And not fulfilling other people's expectation is not wrong. Let me repeat that. Not fulfilling other people's expectation is not wrong. Not fulfilling your parents' expectation is not wrong either. Okay, you can fulfill it if it works for you. You'll be like, okay, if I fulfill the expectation, will they be happier? Okay, does that work for me? If it works for both sides, why not? But most people, they function from I must do it because they are my parents. I can never let my parents down. Okay, so again, this is where you lose a choice. You lose your choice, and it's like you will be sacrificing you, hoping that will make other people happy, but it won't work. It never work. Okay, so everywhere that we have been trying hard to fulfill other people's need and fulfills other people's expectation, and to make other people like us, even though you don't like them, but you want them to like you for whatever reason. Will you please destroy and credit? Oh, right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So, yeah, I think that's a short answer. You just have to be aware of what's other people's expectation and whether to fulfill it or not. It's totally a choice. Okay.
Yay. Thank you for that clearing. And yeah, Zai, do you still have other?
I feel like people are kind of fried. When I say fried, I mean this is a word that we normally use in excess. We say like I'm so fried. It's like, you know, your brain is like overcooked and like and then it kind of melt away. You're like, I cannot feel my brain anymore. That's what we mean fried. Okay. Yes. What was the question that you want to ask? No one?
I don't know. For a while. Give me a moment.
Okay. It's I will just tell a random joke. Okay. So other than saying too fried, sometimes we will say it's like dog watching television. You know, how does a dog look like when a dog watch television? If you're not sure now, look at yourself now. Probably that's how it looks like. You know, a dog is like watching television, very concentrating, like, but not understanding anything. It's a joke, okay? Sometimes it's not that appropriate. People are like, are you saying that I'm a dog? No, I'm not. Okay. All right. I hope there is another question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's one. I think it's a statement. Cultural beliefs can be so difficult to deal with because if we break them, we get judged.
Okay. So your points of view create your reality. Okay. So if you have the point of view that it's hard to break, it's hard to, let me see what. Okay. So cultural belief can be so difficult to deal with. So this is a point of view. If you have that point of view, of course, it will make it harder for you to deal with the cultural points of view, cultural belief. What if this is not true? But if it doesn't have to be hard, it's just up until this moment you have decided that's something that is so hard to deal with. And the second part is, so she said, because if we break them, we get judged. That's correct. That's definitely correct. But let me tell you what, people are judging you anyway. There is no way you can avoid judgment. Since you are going to be judged anyway, do whatever you like. Okay, so how many of you, every time when you want to do something, you have to, it's not even a have to, you, okay, no, let me change to a different way. So how many choices have you lost just to prevent being judged, but you still get judged. Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all 9 short boys and beyonds. What is it that you would like to do, but you won't allow you to do in order to prevent being judged, but you still get judged anyway? Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all 9 short boys and beyonds. Okay, so use the clearing statement is very easy. I believe most of you know how to use it, or if you really don't know, you can just say POC and POC. So if you say, this is so hard, this is so difficult, this is a point of view. You'll be like, okay, everywhere that I believe this is hard, this is difficult, or I have made it hard and difficult, I now destroy and credit, and then followed by the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POC, all 9 short boys and beyonds. Because when you decided something is hard and difficult, not only you are not able to deal with it, very often we will try to avoid it, we will run away from it. This is why people are so not present in their lives. You know, let me ask you this question. How many things in your life have you decided it's so annoying, it's so hard for you to deal with? It's even annoying for you to just look at it. You know, for example, let's say sometimes you see people do something really stupid. Okay, and when I say stupid, I don't mean like you judge, but you know that's definitely something stupid, but you're like, why would people do this? So you see, you have this frustration, but unfortunately, sometimes we cannot change the other person because they don't want to change. So in order to cope with that situation, you run away. When I say run away, I don't mean like physically run away. And that could be as well, but mostly it will be energetically you run away. You cut off your awareness. It's like, I don't want to know anything about this. Okay, so this is why people are so not present in their life and and very often in relationship, in family as well. In family would be easier to understand because, for example, how many of you, when you are not with your family, you have this sense of like, yay, I can do whatever I want to do. I can say whatever I want to say. I can wear whatever I want to wear. But when you go back to your family, you know you're going to see them. Suddenly, before you even see them, your energy connect with them. You're like, oh, I cannot do this. I cannot do that. I shouldn't say this. Okay. So there are so many things that of course, we cannot change. That's not a problem. But you don't have to judge them. And what would give you freedom is the allowance. Allowance would be like, okay, wow, interesting choice this person is making, but hello, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, so allow other people to do whatever they want to do and allow you to not be affected. Okay, so this is how you can have freedom. You can have peace. And you don't have to disappear from your own life. Okay, so being present is something that so many people talk about. People come up with so many solutions, but none of them really work. Yeah. In order for that to work, you have to make a commitment to your life. Like, okay, I'm going to be here. I'm not leaving myself. Whatever that I feel like I cannot deal with, POC and POC, on my point of view, POC and POC everywhere that I don't have allowance. Okay, then you can be present and deal with the situation. Okay. Whew. Okay.
Wow. I think Darlene wants to say
I can
something.
go on non-stop. Okay.
Yeah. Darlene, I think want to say something.
Uh, I think that's a similar thing I cleared up during your being in class, and
That was like a million years ago. I don't remember what I said in that class,
okay,
unfortunately.
it's a similar thing, not leaving myself out.
Yes.
Everything because
Yeah.
it's
In order
unfair.
for your life to work, in order for something or one area of your life to work, or to change it if it doesn't work for you, you need to be present. Okay. So for example, let me use money as example. Okay. So let's say if I have the the point of view that this is so hard to change, good enough. Every time when I come to the topic about money, I would just check out, I run away. But the more I do that, the more things couldn't change. But if I have enough of running away, I'll be like, okay, I know this is something I couldn't change for the last 20 years, but now I'm going to look at it. Okay, whatever thoughts, feeling, emotions, okay, point, maybe with my bus run, it will help a lot. And then now I can look at it and see, okay, what is it that doesn't work for me? How can I change it? At least I can finally ask the question, how can I change it? But if you just keep disappearing from your own life, you cannot change that. Okay, so being present, I would say, is the first thing for you to change certain things that don't work for you. Okay, so everywhere that you're make disappearing from your own life your temporary short-term solution to a long-term unresolvable problem. Will you please describe and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, it's not really a solution. It's just like you are coping with it. Okay, but because you are just coping with it, you are not asking it to change. It will keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. And then the more it keeps showing up, the more you have this point of view like, see, it's really annoying. And see, I really cannot change it. Okay, so this is where you really have to, well, it won't be comfortable at first, but force yourself like, okay, what will it take for this to change? Poke and pot all the points of view I have, poke and pot everything that I've decided is not changeable. Okay, let me run a simple clearing because you are now so fried. I'll do a simple one. Everything that you have decided is not changeable or it shouldn't be changeable in your life, in your relationship, not just relationship, in your relationship and in your friendship with whoever, okay, in your marriage and in your family, something that you have decided you must endure and suffer forever, ever. Will you please describe and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what is it in your life, in your relationship, in your friendship, in your marriage, in your family that you have decided is not changeable? Supposedly, well, it's not changeable, it's hard to change, and the best you can be is tolerate it, endure it, and suffer it. Everything that is times like a gajillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, still a lot of energy, but you need to run this a lot more. Oh, and since we are on this, everything you have decided is not changeable with money and business. Okay, whatever reasons and justifications that you use, you'll be like, it's COVID time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, those are all bullshit. Okay, everything you have decided is not changeable. It's only not changeable because you're not willing to be present and ask a question to change it. Will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Wow.
How are you doing?
Super all fried.
I'm still
Beyond fried.
alive though. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're alive, but without a brain. You're like, what day is it now?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So,
There's one question though here.
okay,
Would you like to answer that one? How to
sure.
handle long distance relationship in a fun way? I think because during COVID, everybody's on. I don't know.
Um, I don't really have any good answer with this. You have to see, does it work for you? Is a long-term, long-distance relationship work for you or not? For some people it works, for some people it doesn't work. Okay, and if it doesn't work for you, there's nothing wrong about you, just that people have different requirement. So check with yourself, like, is this something that you would like to have? And then part and part all the should and shouldn't. Okay, that's I would say that's the main killer for any relationship. All the shoulds, they are actually judgments. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, think back in your relationship. Think back about a moment that your partner, your lover, or ex-lover, they said to you, "Oh, you should change this." How did that make you feel? Okay, you don't feel good. You will be like, okay, it means I'm not good enough. Okay, so we have been talking about judgments a lot in Access. The most obvious one, of course, would be right and wrong, good and bad. But should or shouldn't, that's a judgment in a little bit hidden way, but still quite intense. Okay, so there's no should or shouldn't. It's all about, does this work for me? How can I make this work? Okay, if you buy into all this should and shouldn't, it's not only affecting yourself, you would be projecting that at your partner, like, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. Okay, if you do this, then that's correct, that's right, then we can have an ideal relationship. Oh, the other thing is, don't try to create a perfect relationship or ideal relationship. That's not fun, and that's require a lot of judgment. Okay, imagine this: if you have a relationship that you are trying to make it perfect, how hard is it? You'll be like, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't say that. If I say this, then fail. It's not perfect anymore. Oh, you shouldn't say that. Okay, you fail. Okay, so both sides have tons of rules and regulation about how to do things, how to say certain things in order to maintain that rightness, that perfection. Okay, so don't look for a significant other, don't look for an ideal relationship, look for a relationship that is fun, okay, that is contributing to you. Okay, and look for a partner that you would enjoy and call him or her your enjoyable other. Okay, so how can part all the points of view, whether it's a long distance relationship or short distance. Okay, so all the points of view that you all have about what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what your partner should or shouldn't do, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, how can part, or 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, that's the simple answer for you.
Yay, thank you so much for that. And yeah, and this is really something different for us. Actually, I think it's the first time we talked about relationships here in the Fox Tribe. We've been running for a year, and this is the first time we really talked about, relationship. And maybe because it's something we all hide from, or me, or some of my friends here.
But you can always blame your friends. You're like, no, not
Yeah,
me. I want to
or
talk
me.
about relationship, but they always say no.
Yeah. So yeah. So thank you so much for this, for doing this with us, and for clearing a lot of cultural beliefs tonight.
Cultural insanity. Let's call it cultural
Yeah.
insanity.
Yeah. Lifetimes of cultural insanity. Awesome. And also the other stuff.
Yeah, the stuff we talk about, like, I don't even know, so many different things. Unfortunately, I can never stay on track on one single topic. I always talk about whatever I want to talk about. All right, so thank you so much for inviting me here again. I think this is my second time here, right?
Yeah.
So truly, I'm so honored to be here and be able to share things with you all to contribute to your life, certain part of your life, maybe. So keep rewatching or re-listening. It will create further changes for you. Okay, so yay. Thank you, everyone.
Yay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you,
Bye-bye, everyone.
Ryan.
Good night.
Bye.
Rewatching or re-listening will create further changes.
Yes. All right. That was intense.
Very intense. So,
Yes.
how are you guys?
Hi.
And yes, so cleared, I couldn't even find my word.
So, yeah, I think it's a beautiful night for everybody. And we're so grateful for Ryan and also for everybody who contributed tonight. Thank you for your contributions, your questions, your energetic presence is actually very it's co-creating that live
Yeah, I think it's a
with
beautiful
Ryan.
night for everybody,
And if I
and
can
we're
hear
so
myself.
grateful for Ryan and for everybody.
Okay. Okay pa kayo. Cup required.
Yeah. And Sin, do you know the classes of Ryan?
No, he did not tell me. Actually, wala siya.
Co-creating that
Uh,
life. I think it's a
I'm not
beautiful
sure. He
night
doesn't
for
have a class
everyone,
yet.
and
Okay, so maybe out for in the future for relationships done different classes by Ryan and other specialty classes that he will be facilitating. And yeah, yeah, ate.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, the ladies. Thank you, Fox Tribe. Thank you, Jose is there also. Thank you, Ateas, Aterea. Fena, thank you, Fena. Fena was also watching, and all of our Indonesian friends who is also watching with us. Thank you so much, honoring and acknowledging all of you. And yes, what else is possible? Thank you, Janice, for sending out also your yeah, Janice and Miss who was asking questions earlier. So yeah, thank you everybody. So we hope to see you in all of our classes and creates. Tomorrow I have a guesting with online healing community at I think around 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. On Wednesday, February 10, you can also enroll in an online access bars intro with me. And so that, yeah, if you want to learn more about access bars. So we have other creates. Just follow our Facebook page and we will send it to you. So see you. And I think everybody is really fried for tonight. And also us here. So see you. Blessings and bye-bye.
Yeah. Ate Zai, we're here.
Bye.
Yeah,
I am
bye.
Tina.
I'm Garth, our bubbles, and
And Zai, thank you. Happy anniversary.
And happy and gong si fa chai.
hi. Hope
Yeah,
you
happy
get rich
anniversary. Hope you get rich, everybody.
and your enjoyable others,
And enjoyable others. Yes.
family relationships.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Oh, don't have fun.